Sup, bro? So let's get right to it. No Beast Fall boots, no core skill, no basic attack. All I got is just Rain of Arrows. And we can do this. Cool, right? And because we're just casting Rain of Arrows pretty much procs the precision stack, and then of course it also spins the precision stack too. So we kind of solve a couple of issues that we've had in the past of how to do that efficiently without losing too much damage and different variations and stuff by literally just having Rain of Arrows in the bar, and we can cast it extremely fast. And there you go. So I thought this was pretty cool because it kind of took, you know, a couple of the middlemen stuff out of the build and just allows you to kind of focus on Rain of Arrows itself. Now I do want to say that this isn't the build guide. I'll have that coming in season 8. Reason why I don't do build guides on PTR is because stuff changes, and I don't want people to follow this and be like, yo, I'm playing this exact way going into, you know, season, 8 or whatever, and then stuff changes, because it always does. So I'm just wanted to just share this tidbit with you, so therefore you can see, how you can do this very thing, which probably will most likely end up making it into season 8, which is why I'm sharing this to you. If it doesn't, I got to back up, don't worry. With that said, let's talk about the boss powers that makes this happen. So first off, for our main boss power, we have the Uravar's Lop Bombs. Is that how we say it? I think that's kind of how we say it. The important part about this, honestly, is the skills cooldown. So I know we have max cooldown anyways, but this actually brings your cooldown even more by 5 seconds. So this is absolutely necessary for you to actually be able to do what you saw me do. The second thing that's necessary is Avarice Explosive Orb, and this has to be your modifier. And what this does is that activating your main boss power, which is your ultimate, spends all of your primary resource. So no longer do we need Beastfall Barrage to spend resource. We can literally use our ultimate, Rain of Arrows, to be able to spend the resource to get the same effect by just casting Rain of Arrows over and over again. Okay? It also boosts the boss power too as well. So it's kind of like a double thing that kind of works really well in terms of synergies. In terms of this is concerned, we'll talk about these things a little bit later, but the most important 2 things here will be the things that I mentioned to be able to do this. And once you do that, literally it's just spam city. Everything else kind of just goes the same way. We'll use concealment for vulnerable. We'll use smoke grenade for, extra damage. Also to proc the unique effect here, because the unique effect still double this with precision, so it's actually pretty nice to have. And then also your traditional stuff like Caltrap, Stash, and Dark Shroud if you want, or Heart Seeker for the extra little bit of damage if you want to pit push. But all in all, this is kind of like your standard Rain of Arrows build, just with a bit of flavor and stuff like that. So I've been playing a little bit in pit with this. The bosses are fairly easy. I did up to about like a 94. I think it's kind of where I stopped, because it starts to get really chunky and take some time to actually kill things. But I'm sure it can go a bit further with better gear and better masterworks and some actual fishing towards the thing. So Rain of Arrows is not dead this season. Nope, video's not done yet. I do want to take this time to explain a few things that people have been asking me all the time, especially in the midst of what's going to be a Death Trap season coming into season 8. Whereas like, why aren't you testing the new toys? Why aren't you doing Death Trap? Why aren't you doing Poison Trap? And those kind of things. Well, at Maxroll, I take my job pretty seriously, and I'm responsible for the marksman stuff on Rogue. So that includes Rain of Arrows, Heartseeker, Invigorating Strike coming soon. I know it's not marksman, but anyways, Rapid Fire, Barrage, and Pen Shot. So when it comes to testing on a PTR or doing anything of that sort, I always prioritize the build guides that I'm responsible for to make sure that they're accurate and as up to date as possible. Now, when I'm done with that, I do go around and I play with things like Twisting Blaze or Flurry or Blaze Shift or any other kind of, you know, cool side things in the side. So it's not that I'm ignoring those things. It's just that I want to make sure that those who are following the guides, you know, have the proper information and they get that as quickly as possible. So just bear with me if I'm not playing something that at the moment that you really want to see. I'll get there eventually, I promise. With that said, appreciate you checking out this video. And as always, till next time.